We live in a world that moves fast. Everyone's in a rush, chasing the next goal, the next milestone, the next version of themselves. And when progress feels slow, we start to wonder if we're doing something wrong. But what if the opposite is true? What if slow growth isn't a sign of falling behind, but a sign that you're growing deeply? In today's episode, we're talking about the power of slow growth and how to stay patient, peaceful, and motivated when things are taking longer than you hoped. These habits will help you stay grounded in the process. Trust your timing, and remember that slow doesn't mean stuck. It means steady. Before we start, I want to welcome you again to my channel. I'm Elma Joy, a working professional, life coach, and content creator in San Diego, California. And whether you're tuning in on your morning walk, during your commute, or curled up at home, I'm so glad that you're here. All right, let's take a deep breath. This is your reminder to stop rushing, start trusting, and let your growth unfold beautifully in its own time. Tip 1, appreciate the season you're in. Sometimes we get so focused on where we want to be that we forget to appreciate where we are. Each season of life, whether it's building, healing, or resting, has its own lessons. I once had a season where my career felt still. I wasn't growing as fast as I wanted to, but looking back, that was the season I built the foundation for everything that came next. The quiet seasons are often the ones that prepare you for the loud ones. Take a moment to ask yourself, what is this season trying to teach me? There's purpose even in the pauses. Tip 2, focus on daily roots, not overnight results. Growth doesn't happen from one big effort. It happens from small, repeated actions. Think of it as watering a plant. You don't see it grow each day, but eventually the roots take hold and it blooms. There was a time where I journaled for months without any big insights, but one morning, a single page gave me clarity I've been craving. The results come after the roots that have been growing beneath the surface. Keep showing up for the small things. They're adding up in ways you can't see. Tip 3, let go of comparison. Nothing steals joy faster than measuring yourself growth against someone else's. You might be in your planting season while someone else is in their harvest. That doesn't mean you're behind. It means you're on your own rhythm. When I was building my first creative project, I kept looking at other people who were years ahead of me, and I almost quit because I felt so far behind. But when I stopped comparing and focused on progress instead of perfection, everything changed. Comparison is noise. Tune back into your own journey. It's quieter, but so much more meaningful. Tip 4, redefine success as consistency, not speed. We often celebrate speed, how fast someone succeeded, how quickly they grew, but true success is about consistency, doing the right things again and again and again, even when no one's watching. One of my mentors once said, you don't have to move fast, you just have to keep moving. And that stuck with me. I realized showing up regularly with heart matters more than sprinting and burning out. Track your consistency, not just your outcomes. You'll realize you're accomplishing more than you think. Tip 5, embrace the boring parts. Every meaningful goal has a middle, the part where it's not exciting anymore. It's where discipline feels dull and the payoff feels far away. But this middle part, that's where growth really happens. When I was halfway through a big project, I wanted to quit. It wasn't new anymore or thrilling, but finishing it, even when it felt ordinary, built a kind of confidence that shortcuts never could. The boring parts are the bridge between dreaming and achieving. Keep walking it. Tip 6, celebrate tiny wins. When things move slowly, it's easy to miss progress. Start noticing the micro moments, the small steps that prove you're growing. I started ending each week by writing down 3 wins, no matter how small. I stayed consistent, I made time to rest, I learned something new. Over time, that list reminded me that slow progress is still progress. Celebrate the inch stones, not just the milestones. They're proof that you're becoming who you're meant to be. Tip 7, rest without guilt. When you rest, you're not stopping your growth, you're sustaining it. Burnout happens when we confuse speed with progress. There was a season where I thought rest was weakness, until my body and creativity shut down. Now I see rest as a sacred part of the process. It's what helps your energy, ideas, and motivation refill so you can keep going. So rest without guilt. Growth requires recovery. Tip 8, trust your unique timing. When something takes longer than expected, we often assume it's not working. But timing isn't rejection, it's redirection. I remember applying for a big opportunity and not getting it. I was devastated. But a few months later, a better one came along, and that one fit me perfectly. That waiting season wasn't wasted, it was alignment. If it's taking time, it's because it's taking shape. Trust that the right things are still unfolding, even if you can't see them yet. Tip 9, Find joy in the journey. If you only feel proud when you reach the goal, you'll spend most of your life feeling behind. The truth is, the journey is the most transformative part. When I look back at my milestones, I realize the best ones weren't the big achievements. They were the days I grew through the process, learned resilience, and found my voice. Find joy in the doing, the quiet mornings, the in-between steps, and the learning curves. That's the real reward. Tip 10. Keep showing up with heart. When progress feels slow, remember this. You don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be faithful. Keep showing up with heart, even when the results aren't visible yet. One of the most beautiful things about slow growth is that it builds strength you don't lose. Quick wins fade. Deep growth lasts. Keep showing up. The person you're becoming is worth the wait. All right, let's recap the 10 habits for embracing the power of slow growth. 1. Appreciate the season you're in. 2. Focus on daily roots, not overnight results. 3. Let go of comparison. 4. Redefine success as consistency, not speed. 5. Embrace the boring parts. 6. Celebrate tiny wins. 7. Rest without guilt. 8. Trust your unique timing. 9. Find the joy in the journey. And 10. Keep showing up with heart. Slow growth isn't failure, it's depth. It's where you learn patience, trust, and resilience. The truth is, slow growth is sustainable growth. It builds a version of you that lasts. So the next time you're feeling behind, remember, you're not late, you're right on time. Your roots are growing even if you can't see them yet. Keep trusting your pace, keep nurturing your light, and I'll see you in the next episode. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more helpful and cozy content. Thanks for being here. Take care and remember, you are enough.